Dr. Phil, in reply to your show, the Dr. Phil family, I used to be an addict, and I was under addiction when I found out I was pregnant. I didn't know I was pregnant. But when I found out I was pregnant, I stopped using. I'm drug-free today. After 31 years of heroin addiction, I'm drug-free. Now, a lot of people can say that they don't use drugs, they're in sobriety. But when you can say that you're sober and free, that's what I am. I don't have an urge to do anything that pertains to drugs, but help others try to see me as being free. To help others see that a change can come. Because nobody believed that I would ever be free of drugs. I mean, they gave up on me, Dr. Phil. They just knew that I would die addicted, dirty, out there on those streets. 2002, I became sober. 2002, I made up my mind to be free in a prison cell next to Susan Smith. They put me because of my age in a prison cell with people who had killed and people who had life on top of life. They put me in a prison, a cottage next to all of these people because of my age. In 2000, they put me there. And in 2000, I found me. I believe that I was one person on one side of the door. And when they brought me in through the door, I became someone else. I believe that wholeheartedly, Dr. Phil. Now, I know, as you know, that don't happen to everybody. My wish is that it would. It really is. But it happened for me that way. And it amazes me today how much change has come over me and how much people respect what I say today. You know, I sit back sometimes and some of the words that come out of my mouth, I can't believe they're coming out of my mouth. I really can't. But with that next second, I thank the good Lord for putting them there so they can come out. Because 10 years ago, I wouldn't have realized none of this that I realize today. How wonderful it is to be sober and free. A lot of my friends done died on the way trying to be sober, struggling out there, can't get back. And I've often wondered why he picked me. Why was I showed so much favor? And why is it that people around me today that were out there then are still out there today? They might be using a different type of drug. They might have changed it from drugs to alcohol, from heroin to crack. But it's still the same thing. It's addiction. I don't use anything today, Dr. Phil. And I want that girl on your show to know that there is such a thing as change. And I want that mother on that show of that girl to also understand that this child is a human being too, the one who's having this baby. And all those things that she did, she made a choice to do. Now her mother and her father have to make a choice to let her go. Because as long as they're there to throw out that net and keep her from falling to the pits of hell, she gonna always be addicted. She knows she can always depend on mom and dad. That's why she's like she is. That's why she's like she is. Now what they need to do is throw her right on out there. I hate to say that, but they threw me out, and look how I came back. Sober and free. Thank you, Dr. Phil, for letting me talk.